What's up, guys? It's Eric with VHC Gaming, as well as Venoming Games on TikTok. We're going to start this video off today talking about Nerdfest. Again, happening August 27th through the 29th. I will be there doing some deck building tips. So if you want to learn all about Pokemon TCG, definitely stop on in, come see me. Be more than happy to do some deck tips as well as learning the game. Nerdfest, if you guys want to go, I do have a promo code. It will be linked in this YouTube channel. So let's go ahead and get started with everything today. We are going to be doing some great games as well as going through a deck profile for a personal deck of my own. One of my favorite decks that I enjoy playing personally. I have been tweaking the deck a lot, been revamping it. So we're going to be doing this deck profile real fast, as well as we're going to be talking about some new things coming to our locals, as well as just new things with Nerdfest. But let's go ahead and get into this deck profile first. This deck profile is, as you guys can see, a Rapid Strike Urshifu VMAX deck with a Dragapult VMAX. We are going to show some games, some gameplay of this deck here in a moment. Just got a couple of games played in for this video, just as to show you guys what it can do and how it functions. So on this deck, we do run 2 Crobat Vs, 3 of the Urshifu Vs, 2 Urshifu VMAXs, 1 Dedenne, and then a 3-3 of the Dragapult VMAXs. And then just in case for Centiskorch or any of the other fire decks, we run a 1 of the Empoleon V, 4 Crushing Hammers, 3 Escape Ropes, 4 Pokemon Communications, 3 Quick Balls, 3 Switches, 1 of the Tower of Waters, 2 Boss's Orders, 3 Karina's Focus, 3 Marnies, 2 Researches, that'd be Professor's Research, 2 of the Telescopic Scope, 4 of the Rapid Strike Energies, 4 of Horror Energy, and then 6 of Regular Energy. Mainly the whole purpose of this deck is primarily Dragapult VMAX, going ahead and doing the spread damage with Max Phantasm, doing 50 damage that you can spread across the enemy's bench in any way that you see fit. Really great because essentially if they're throwing out like a Crobat V, a Dedenne, Eldegoss, or anything like that, you can set them up for basically an OKO with Rapid Strike, Urshifu VMAX's Gmax Rapid Flow, which essentially with the telescopic sight, it would do 150 damage to a V or a GX or a VMAX Pokemon that is sitting on the bench. So I'm going to go ahead and show you guys this deck in a sense of how it does work out. In some of these games today, I do take on one of the more competitive decks that is out there. It is known as ADP or Arceus Dialga Palkia, and they throw in the Zacian with Rusted Sword. That deck is just mean. It is a great deck. Definitely one of the more top tier decks out there, and really, really scary to play against. But if you do end up getting what you need in hand, like the Crushing Hammers, which essentially with the Crushing Hammers, you either flip a coin or roll a die. If you end up getting heads, you can remove an energy from an opponent's Pokemon. So primarily with ADP, you do need to have a water and a metal energy to use their Altered Creation, which raises the prizes that they receive from KOing a Pokemon by 1, and then it does also increase the damage that the Pokemon does to my Pokemon. So ADP can be a little bit scary. As we can see, I did get a mulligan on this game, so we do have to reshuffle, go ahead and get reset up again. But let's go ahead and let this game play through. As it's going through, I'm just going to show you guys. Again, it's just the same setup that we got to get set up with. Of course, Dragapult V into VMAX, getting the Horror Energies on him because that ends up doing 2 damage counters when I get attacked to the opponent's Pokemon. As you can see, he's doing a Dragonite deck. Can't attach anything, kind of stuck here on this turn, but you know, gonna see what happens. Honestly, I would hit the Research or even just evolving into VMAX, of course, and then I really didn't want to hit the Research because I needed that Rapid Energy, but of course I do run 4 of in the deck, so it is just fine. And as soon as we attach the energy, it's just game over. Nothing else that would really need to be done. I was thinking about attaching Telescopic to play Crobat, but of course, you know, once I hit that Dratini, it was kind of over and done for. Now, with some announcements for our locals, Chilling Reign is the next set that is coming out with Chilling Reign. I'm really excited for that set. There's a lot of great cards coming out of it, a lot of great new deck profiles, a lot of new stuff that's coming out of there. I know there's a Aurora V that's going to be crazy. A lot of the Rapid Strike cards are just being nuts, essentially, the way they work together, the way they function. There's some other really great cards out there, like the Salix Rider Water, how it basically for, I think it's like 2 energy or 3 energy, but at least 2 of them have to be a water energy. You can do its attack, and if you were to discard 2 water energies from that Pokemon, only up to 2, but if you discard the 2, you're doing basically 260 damage just off of the 1 attack. That I do foresee in the future becoming a really strong deck, especially with a lot of the water decks that are out there. You mix it up with Blastoise VMAX, you mix it up with Frostmoth, like that deck is going to be honestly crazy. As we can see here in this game, I did have a bad start, running with Crobat V, but with Crobat V, the good thing about it is it does only have a 1 retreat, so of course it's going to attach a random energy to it just so that way I can get it set up for that retreat, just in case I don't get a switch or don't get my escape ropes. With this deck, it is a lot of fun. It is honestly very, very competitive. One of my more favorite decks to play. And, I mean, a lot of people thought Barrier Protector Mew would stop the deck, but it doesn't, because Mew only stops direct damage. It doesn't stop damage counters. So that's the difference with the Dragapult VMAX, is it doesn't do direct damage, it does damage counters. So you can place up to 5 damage counters on a Pokemon, which is crazy. As we can see here, at least in this game right now, of course, Cherish Ball. We see the Zacian, already know it's going for Arceus Dialga Palkia, so we are looking at an ADP-Z deck right now. Now, with the ADP-Z, the Dedennes and some of those other cards, those are getting rotated out this year. Hate to see them go. I mean, ADP's been one of the top tier decks going for a while. Just makes it better with the Zacian, so it's not really, other than on the online events and just in general, not being able to see an in-person event, but it does top a lot on the online events. Honestly, is a relatively scary deck. I do get nervous going against it because essentially if they get the right hand or they get the right setup, they can set up that Altered Creation, honestly, turn 1, turn 2, with the Metal Saucers, Energy Transfer, attach Water Energy, pitch a Metal Energy with a Quick Ball or something, do a Metal Saucer, attach it to Zacian, and then Energy Switch from Zacian to ADP, and there you go, turn 1, maybe even turn 2, you're set up for Altered Creation. But it is honestly really rough when you see something like that. And as we can see right now on this guy's field, he does have the Dedenne, he does have an Eldegoss, he does have a Crobat V, which honestly is a great thing for us. Hits us with the Marnie, which I'm grateful for, at least in this hand, because I had nothing. There was nothing I was going to be able to do. I was kind of stuck. I was going to honestly probably research that turn, but he did get us set up there. Not a bad hand here. Dragapult V, Boss's Orders, Crushing Hammer, and Marnie. So, of course, going to hit the Marnie here this turn. Crushing Hammer is to try to get rid of the water energy that's attached to the ADP. Nope, don't hit it. So, of course, let's go ahead and hit this Marnie. He has a hand advantage against me. And that's all this deck is. This deck is honestly just shuffling through your deck, trying to get what you can in hand, trying to build it all up, trying to just hit. And then, yep, there's that second Crushing Hammers. Does end up hitting the water energy, which is what we need. Go ahead and grab our Dedenne. And it's sad to see that Dedenne is going to be gone as of September. For this Urshifu deck, I do have a lot of changes that I'll be doing, like the Spectre Rider. Salix does basically the same thing as Dragapult V or the VMAX, doing spread damage, as well as just hitting hard with however much Psychic Energy is attached to all of your Pokemon. Basically the same thing as that Venusaur VMAX. That deck is great too. That's another deck profile we're going to go through later on. I have that deck personally in my possession. So there's going to be a lot of great deck profiles coming in the near future. I'm looking forward to having a lot of people that do go to my locals over at Nerd HQ over in Davenport. We do play Pokemon on Sunday. Every Sunday basically is when we do our playtime, as well as doing events. I know we have a pre-release coming up soon for the new set Chilling Reign. I know myself, alongside with Clayton Designs, they're really great people to work with, really awesome people just in general. They made me my playmat. I'm gonna reveal that playmat a little bit later on at a much later date in a future deck profile. But it's a beautiful mat. I love the playmat. I love the work that they did. I honestly do appreciate Clayton Designs making that playmat for me, and it's beautiful. I would check them out on Facebook if you guys are interested in seeing what they have. 100% go get custom playmats, go get custom t-shirts, anything like that from them. They can do it, and it's all beautiful, great quality. With them on June 20th, that is when I'm planning, is I am going to be doing a sealed box tournament for that event, as well as first, second, and third will be getting a playmat courtesy of Clayton Designs. You get to customize that playmat however way you want it to look. So if you have a certain image you want, or if you want just something basic, first, second, and third place, you will be able to choose a playmat. They will design it for you, they will set it up, and they will basically give you a custom playmat. My playmat looks amazing. It is honestly a very, very high quality. I love it. I know they're getting some new stuff in too to make their playmats even better. I am going to be buying a second playmat from them once the new setup does come for their shop, and looking forward to it. I've already seen the design for it. It looks amazing. Just working with them, they're great people. Highly recommend it. As well as, with me going to be at Nerdfest, I am going to be there Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Again, if you have any friends, family, kids, nieces, nephews, whomever, you're just trying to learn how to play Pokemon, or yourself in general, stop on in, come see me. I will have a link to the panel list on this description as well as a link to my TikTok, where we would be honestly breaking down these cards. The Marnie, talking about cards for the new set. So if there's any cards that you guys want to get in depth about or ask questions about, be more than happy to have our local professor, as well as myself, explain the card. We'll break it down. We'll let you know how it works, what the whole aspect of it is, and how it is honestly a genuine staple, like Marnie being a staple in every deck, Boss's Orders, Professor's Researches. Like, a lot of these cycling cards to get through your deck are honestly really labeled as staples. As you can see, with my Dragapult VMAX, I did get to hit the ADP twice, doing 130 damage both times to them. I did get to take out the ADP because of the horror energy, because, like I said, it does do, I want to say, 2 damage counters to the attacking Pokemon. So with ADP being at 260, their max HP 270, them attacking me basically took themselves out. Then, of course, there it is, Gmax Rapid Flow, 150 on the Dedenne, 150 on the Eldegoss. It just game. That's how this win condition is with this deck. You can either win with just Dragapult VMAX, just doing a lot of damage, spread damage, and just going crazy with that, or you're able just to do 1 KO with like a tag team card or a VMAX, and then switch into the VMAX Urshifu, do Gmax Rapid Flow, and just KO 2 cards on the bench, and there you go. You're all good to go with the win there. Now, back to my local with that sealed box event. I am going to be doing some other pricing with it, blister packs. I'm going to try and find some other stuff myself. I mean, with Pokemon in the state that it's in, getting, product at Walmart or anywhere else is kind of rough right now. But I am going to do my best to try to get more product for that event. That is, like I said, is planned for June 20th. And I'm honestly wanting that event to be a hyper competitive event. I want, normally with our locals, it's, chill, it's a fun environment. If you have a goofy deck, or if you have like a weird deck that's not really top tier, that's not like basically Dragapult Urshifu or Arceus Dialga Palkia, or even something like Eternatus VMAX, or even the new Poison Crobat, which honestly is also a really good deck. That's excuse me. That's primarily what I want to see at this event, is top tier, hardcore, like just good competitive Pokemon. Now, when I do mean sealed box, it is a 100% first place gets a sealed box and gets the playmat. Second place, I'm gonna try and get some more prizing in a sense of a couple of blister packs, or if I can get my hand on another box, maybe half of a box of Chilling Reign. Third place would be, a third of the box, and then the rest of the packs will go to, fourth, fifth, and whoever else. Or maybe if I can get my hands on some other product that will be out at that time. Gonna be doing something, again, I'm gonna try to do my best to make this event a big event, as well as gonna be doing, some other events with the locals, courtesy of what I'm able to supply. I do feel the sealed booster box event is gonna be a lot of fun. I think it's gonna be great. Do have a lot of people really excited and hyped for it, and honestly want to make this a really good, fun event for everyone. So yeah, I mean, if you want to learn how to play Pokemon, or just in general want to come and partake in the event, that is happening at Nerd HQ in Davenport. That event is, again, June 20th is what we're expecting to be able to do the event and drop that event. For that event, though, just to make it fair for every person that is partaking in the event, Chilling Reign will be essentially banned for that event. Anything else is available to play. You're able to use any cards that are legal in the standard format. So it's a lot of like the tag team cards, all the way up to battle styles. So anything like that is legal. You can bring those cards in and go ahead and partake in the event, but it does have to be a legal deck in the standard format. For this event, just to avoid anyone, accusing someone or something like that of cheating, we are going to be checking decks. Myself, as well as our professor that's there, are going to be checking decks to ensure that they are at a legal standard format, just to ensure that everyone's on an even playground, and just in general, because it is a big prize. Winning a sealed booster box, I want to make it fair for everyone. We are going to record the event. We're also going to record the top table. I do want to do a deck profile for the top 3 decks that end up winning that event, as well as doing some interviews with the players and stuff like that, just to see how they feel about the event. This is going to be the first event that I've ever, ran, or even, provided the pricing for, but I'm super excited for it. Nerdfest for August 27th through the 29th. On the 29th, they are doing a case tournament for Pokemon. That tournament, I will be partaking in it myself. So I am going to be there playing. That is basically going to be, again, another tournament where it's high competitive, high decks basically going into that event. I do foresee a lot of the new Chilling Reign cards basically being there, as well as like the decks that I'm talking about now, where it's the Ice Water Salix, the Spectre Rider Salix, as well as there's a lot of great Rapid Strike cards coming out. I do know also that weekend, which I am also very excited for, I'm going to do a pack opening with it, as well as a pack opening with Chilling Reign. But we did get a new set announced for August 27th. What it looks like to me is it is going to be a set that was released in, basically for the set that was released in Japan, that have a Rayquaza in it, as well as doing EV Heroes, which is another, little side set I'm excited for. The EV Hero cards, I did see a couple of them. They do look amazing. Honestly, it does look like every Evolution is getting a V and a V Max. So me personally, I will be making, honestly, an Umbreon deck. Umbreon is one of my favorite Evolutions. Gonna see how that plays out. Gonna see how that works out with the deck when that set drops. There's just so much stuff coming out here in the next couple of months that it's just going to change the game completely. As well as I'm going to be doing, or trying to, I'm going to try to get into the online events for the qualifiers for regionals, nationals, worlds, and stuff like that. A lot of that stuff is all online due to COVID. I'm looking forward to when they do actually open up the in-person events. Working on making essentially a group here in my locals where we're going to travel. Once those events do open up, vlog our travels, vlog our events, speak about the decks we played against, speak about the deck that we're playing, just everything in general, just doing those recordings. This weekend isn't really much of an event for the locals. It's just going to be a come and play, learn how to play the card game if you want to. We have a lot of great people that do teach you or can help you tweak, or just a lot of great people to be around when it comes to a locals level for Pokemon. A lot of great people, a lot of great guys, even some girls that get to go there. Love, seeing everyone. It's a lot of fun. Got a lot of young people that go there, some kids too, and just seeing how much fun they're enjoying and how much, just seeing everyone there having a great time playing some Pokemon, and just talking about Pokemon in general it's great. Honestly, I wouldn't trade it for the world. Now, as we can see here, again, going up against another ADPZ, Crushing Hammers, coming in and getting rid of the metal energy that's attached to Zacian from the Intrepid Sword. Gonna hit a Marnie because they had card advantage. The Intrepid Sword is a relatively scary, essentially, move, because what it does is it allows them to draw 3, and if there's any metal energies, it attaches directly to Zacian, which allows them to set up that, I think it's like 220 damage. Basically, it's KOing basically any V Pokemon out there. So that's a relatively dangerous card to go up against. As you can see, he's kind of stuck here. 150 blows does 150 damage. So honestly, it does look like he's kind of stuck. Does hit me with a Mawile, which makes me play my other Dragapult V, which is fine. I don't mind it. But yeah, seeing this deck, how it plays and how it plays through, it's a fun deck. I do truly enjoy it. Gonna keep playing it, gonna keep tweaking it. I know with the next set, there's a lot of changes that are coming, and there it is, just a victory. He's stalled out. Can't really do anything once you're there. But do appreciate your time, guys. Do hope you enjoyed the video. That was all I had to announce today, so stay classy, guys, and enjoy. Thank you for your time, and hope you guys have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Again, one other event we're doing is next week. We are going to be doing a relatively big event next week for Pokemon, so looking forward to that. But yeah, all right, guys, thank you for your time, and see you later.